Good morning, students. Yesterday we have seen about how to find out the rank of a matrix using minor method and row reduction method. And also we have seen how to find out the inverse of a matrix using Gauss-Jordan method. Now, today class we are going to see the consistency. To check the consistency of the given linear system of equations. What is mean by consistency? Consistency means the linear system of equations will have a solution, at least one solution, unique solution or infinitely many solution. Yeah, if it is inconsistent, then there will be no solution. So we are going to check for the given system of linear equation is consistent or not, and also we are going to find out if it is consistent, we are going to find out the solution by rank method. So for testing the consistency, we are going to apply Rouch-Capelli theorem. Rouch-Capelli theorem. According to Rouch-Capelli theorem, the given system of linear equation first can be written in matrix form. Matrix form. What is matrix form? It is nothing but AX is equal to B. Where A is the coefficient matrix, X is the number of unknowns, that is the variables X, Y, Z, etc. And then B is a constant term. So we are going to check the consistency for non-homogeneous equations. Non-homogeneous equations means it must contain a constant and the equation must not be equal to 0. Second step in Rouch-Capelli theorem is we have to write down the augmented matrix. What is mean by augmented matrix? It is nothing but expanded matrix. Augmented matrix is nothing but expanded matrix, that is A bar B. Yesterday in Gauss-Jordan method we have seen A bar I. Similarly, the coefficient matrix with the constant matrix can be written in the augmented matrix in expanded form, that is A bar B. So, first step in Rouch-Capelli theorem is write in matrix form AX is equal to B, and the second step is augmented matrix A bar B, and the third step we have to apply the elementary transformation and find the rank of the matrix. So find rank of A bar B and rank of A. Okay. After finding the rank of A bar B and rank of A, we are going to say whether the system is consistent or inconsistent, if it has one solution or if it has infinitely many solutions using the conditions given below. So, first we have to know, let us take A. If row of A bar B is equal to row of A equal to n. N is nothing but number of unknowns. So if rho of A bar B is equal to rho of A is equal to n, then the system has unique solution, and we can say that the system is consistent. Therefore, the system is consistent and has unique solution. So the first step is write the given equation in matrix form. The second step is augmented matrix. Third step is find a rank of A bar B and rank of A. And after finding the rank, we have to check whether it is equal to n. N is nothing but number of unknowns. If both the rank are equal to n, we can say that the system is consistent and has unique solution. Next, second condition, if rho of A bar B is equal to rho of A is less than n, less than number of unknowns. Then we can say that the system is consistent and has infinitely many solutions. So, the second condition is if rho of A bar B is equal to rho of A less than n, system is consistent and it has infinitely many solutions. And also in this we will use to say that less than n means it may be n minus k or n minus k, where k is any parameter we can use, and then we can say that it is a parameter, one parameter family or two parameter family, because we will have three unknowns at the most. So if it is 2, we can say that yeah, when n is when k is 2, we can say that it has two parametric family. When k is 1, we can say that it has one parametric family. And the third condition is if rho of A bar B is not equal to rho of A. So when the rank are not equal, then we can say that the system is inconsistent. System is inconsistent. Inconsistent means there won't be any solution and has no solution. So by Rouch-Capelli theorem statement is nothing but a system of linear equation written in the matrix form Ax is equal to B is consistent if and only if the rank of the coefficient matrix is equal to the rank of the augmented matrix. That is, rho of A is equal to rho of A bar B. So first thing is we need to find out the matrix form and then augmented matrix and find the rank of both the matrix. And then if the rank is equal to n, the system is consistent and has unique solution. If it is less than n, it has infinitely many solution. And if it is not equal, the system is consistent and has no solution. So let us move to the problems now. Exercise 1.6. So exercise 1.6, the first question is test for consistency and if possible solve the following system of equations by rank method. So test for consistency. First we are going to test whether the given equation is consistent or not, and then we are if it is consistent, we are going to find out the solution by using the rank method. So first problem, subdivision 1. The equations given are x minus y plus 2z is equal to 2, and then 2x plus y plus 4z is equal to 7, and third one is 4x minus y plus z is equal to 4. Okay. So this is the given system of linear equation. First we can write down the number of unknowns. How many number of unknowns are here? Number of unknowns is 3, x, y, z. So we need to find out the solution for x, y, z. So number of unknowns, n is equal to 3. So here n is equal to 3. Okay. So this is the solution. Now we need to write the matrix form. That is our first step. So matrix form. What is matrix form? How to write down the matrix form? Matrix form is nothing but AX is equal to B, where A is the coefficient matrix. Coefficient matrix means we have to take the coefficient of x, y, z and form a matrix. So first I am going to write down the A matrix. A matrix is 1, minus 1, 2, 1, minus 1, 2, and then second row 2, 1, 4, and third row 4, minus 1, 1, and X matrix is nothing but the variables, that is unknowns, x, y, z, and then B is nothing but the constant matrix. So since it is a non-homogeneous equation, we are having the constant. If it is homogeneous equation, this constant will be equal to 0. In next exercise, we will see about a homogeneous equation. So this is 2, 7, 4. So we got the matrix form AX is equal to B. Next step, we need to write down the augmented matrix. Augmented matrix, that is A bar B. This is augmented matrix. So first we have to write down A matrix with and then followed with B matrix. So I am going to write 1, minus 1, 2, followed with B matrix 2, and then 2, 1, 4, 7, and then 4, minus 1, 1, 4. So now we have to, using the elementary transformation, we have to find out the rank of A bar B. So yesterday we have seen how to find out the rank of the given matrix. So now we need to take the echelon form, that is these three places must become as 0. So what we have to do? We can consider this as R2 changes to R2 minus, since it is 2, we have to multiply the first row by 2, 2R1. Similarly, row 3 can be written as R3 minus 4R1. So now we are going to apply this. So we are getting 1, minus 1, 2 and 2. So the first row as it is. Second row 2 minus 2 it will become as 0. 1 plus 2 it will become as 3. 4 minus 4 it will become as 0. 7 minus 4 it is nothing but 3. Similarly, we have to go to the third row and multiply the first row by 4. 4 minus 4 0. Minus 1 plus 4 3. 1 minus 8 minus 7, and then 4 minus 8 minus 4. So we are getting the next matrix. Now we have to go with next we are going to change this place as 0. So R3 changes to R3 minus R2, because here we are having 3 and here also we are having 3. So let us just subtract this and get the answer for the next matrix. 1 minus 1, 2, 2, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0 minus 0, 0, 3 minus 3, 0, minus 7, minus 4, minus 3, it will become as minus 7. So this is the augmented matrix, and we have got echelon form in this. So A bar B is nothing but this is the matrix we are having. So it is in echelon form, and the number of non-zero rows are 3 non-zero rows are there. So rank of A bar B is equal to 3, and also when you are seeing for A, this is the A matrix, isn't it? So what is the rank of A matrix? Again, number of non-zero row is 3. Therefore, we can write rank of A is also equal to 3. Therefore, rank of A bar B is equal to rank of A is equal to 3, that is number of unknowns. So if both are equal and equal to number of unknowns, then we can say that the system is consistent. System is consistent, and what about the solution? It has unique solution and has unique solution. So we need to find out the unique solution. So how to find out the unique solution? By using the last equivalent matrix. So from the echelon form, from the last equivalent matrix, we can write down the equation. So from echelon form, we get equivalent equations. So what are the three equations we are going to get from the echelon form is, first line in the echelon form is 1 minus 1, 2 and 2. So we can write it as x minus 2y plus 2z is equal to 2. So by the last echelon form matrix, we can write down the first equation like this. Second equation is, first place is 0, so second place 3y, and third place is 0, so equal to constant is 3. And the last one is minus 7 is equal to minus 7. Minus 7 is equal to minus 7. Now it is very easier for us to use the back substitution method. By finding z and y, we can substitute z and y in the first equation, and we can get the value for x. So from this we can say z is equal to 1. From this we can say y is equal to 1. So by substituting the values of z and y in first equation, we can take this as equation number 1. So equation 1 implies 1 minus 1 plus 2 into 1 is equal to 2. It is not 1, x. X minus 1 plus 2 into 1 is equal to 2. So what is the x value? X is equal to 2 plus 1 minus 2. So x is also equal to 1. Therefore, solution is x, y, z is equal to 1, 1, 1. So this is the method to find out the unique solution. First text the consistency, and if it is consistent, we can go with the solution whether it is unique or infinitely many solutions. So in this problem we are getting the unique solution. Okay. Next we are going to move with the second problem. Second subdivision in the first problem, that is 3x plus y plus z is equal to 2. X minus 3y plus 2z is equal to 1. 7x minus y plus 4z is equal to 5. So first we need to write down the number of unknowns. Solution. Number of unknowns. How many unknowns are here? 3 unknowns, x, y, z. So number of unknowns n is equal to 3. Okay, n equal to 3. Next we need to write down the matrix form. Matrix form is Ax is equal to B. So first write down the matrix A, that is nothing but the coefficient matrix. A is 3, 1, 1, 1, minus 3, 2, 7, minus 1, 4. X, Y, Z, that is X matrix equal to 2, 1, 5. So we have written the matrix form. Now we need to write down the augmented matrix. Let us write down augmented matrix. Augmented matrix is nothing but A bar B. So let us write down the augmented matrix A bar B. First write A followed by B. 3, 1, 1, 2, 1, 5. And then 1 minus 3, 2. Here 7 minus 1, 4. Students listen, when you are finding the rank of A bar B, you can consider the whole matrix. When we need to find out the rank of A, we have to consider only the coefficient matrix. So that we are going to find use elementary transformation and find out the rank of the matrix now. So first thing we have to take 1 to the first place. So interchange row 1 and row 2. First step is interchanging row 1 to row 2. 1 minus 3, 2, 1. Next 3, 1, 1, 2. Next third row 7 minus 1, 4, 5. So we have interchanged row 1 and row 2. Now we can do two operations, that is row 2 changes to row 2 minus, since it is 3 we have to multiply the first row by 3. So 3 row 1. And then row 3 changes to row 3 minus, since it is 7 we have to multiply the first row by 7 row 1. So we are getting the matrix first row as it is 1 minus 3, 2 bar 1. Next row 3 minus 3 it will become as 0, and then 1 minus of minus 3 into 3, that is 1 plus 9, that is 10. Next 1 minus 6, that is minus 5, and then 2 minus 3, it is minus 1. Next third row 7 minus 7, it will become as 0, and then minus 1 plus 21, it will become as 20, and then 4 minus 14, 4 minus 14 is minus 10. Last one 5 minus 7, that is minus 2. Now we need to take this place and make this place as 0. It is very easier for you to make this place as 0 because we are having 20 here and here we are having 10. So we shall multiply row 2 by 2 and then subtract this 2. We will get 0 in the place. So we can write row 3 changes to row 3 minus 2 row 2. Another thing also you can do, first you can divide the row 3 by 2. You will get 10 minus 5 minus 1 and then you can subtract row 2 and row 3. Now what you will get? 1 minus 3, 2, 1, 0, 10, minus 5, minus 1. Next 0, this is also 20 minus 20, it will become 0. Minus 10 plus 10, it will become a 0. Minus 2 plus 2, it will become a 0. So the last row fully it is becoming as 0. Now we can say that row of A bar B is equal to, what is this? What is row of A? It has also two non-zero rows. Totally, row of A bar B is also two non-zero rows. So both are equal and it is equal to 2. That is less than number of unknowns. Number of unknowns is 3. So it is lesser than 3. So we can say that system is consistent. System is consistent. Whenever we are having both ranks are equal, we can say that system is consistent and it has infinitely many solution. It has infinitely many solution. So now we are having the, so we can we have written that system is consistent and it has infinitely many solution, but we need to find out the solutions. How to find out the solution? Here this is in echelon form. We are going to reduce this into two equations. So from the echelon form we can reduce the system is reduces to two equation. System reduces to two equation. X, y is a constant. So x minus 3y plus 2z is equal to 1. The next equation is 10y minus 5z is equal to minus 1. So we are having two equations with three unknowns. So how can we solve two equations with three unknowns? It can be solved by taking any value, any constant for z. So let us assume k belongs to r. So z is equal to k belongs to r. Whenever we are having minimum number of equations with the maximum number of unknowns, we have to take some constants. So let us assume, let z is equal to k, where k belongs to r. R is nothing but the real numbers. So we can consider any number to this. So by writing like this, we can write 10y minus 5k, 10y minus 5k is equal to minus 1. We need to find out the value for y. So we can write it as 10y is equal to minus 1 plus 5k. So we need to find out y is equal to 1 by 10 into 5k minus 1. So by substituting the y value in and z value in the first equation. So let us take this as first equation and try with this side. That is equation 1 implies we need to find out the x value. So keep x this side and 1 plus 3y minus 2z it will come, isn't it? So we can find out x is equal to 1 plus 3 into, what is the value for y we are having? 1 by 10 into 5k minus 1. So 3 by 10 into 5k minus 1 minus 2k. For z we have to substitute k. Now let us expand this to find out the value for x, that is 1 plus 15 by 10k minus 3 by 10 minus 2k. Now take the numbers 1 minus 3 by 10. So 10 minus 3 is 7 by 10. Okay. Now we can cancel this using 5 tables, 3 times, 2 times. So 2 minus 2 is minus 4. So 3k minus 4k is minus 1k. So 1k divided by 2. By taking the LCM of 10 and taking outside, we can write this as 1 by 10 into 7 minus 5k. So we got the value for x, y and z can be taken as k. So now we can write the answers as so we can write the solution set. Solution is x comma y comma z is equal to 1 by 10 7 minus 5k comma 1 by 10 5k minus 1 comma k. Finally, you have to write where k belongs to r. For any values of r, by substituting k is equal to 0, k is equal to minus 1, k is equal to 1, whatever values, whatever real numbers you are giving for k, we will get infinitely many solution. So, finally, we have to write down the answer as the system is consistent and has infinitely many solution and how many parameters we have applied? Only one parameter k. So the solution is this solution set has one parameter family of solution. So final answer should be like this, students. The system is consistent and it has infinitely many solutions, and we have to go for the parameter we have applied. Only for z we have taken as k. So this solution set has one parameter family of solution. So this is the second method to find out the infinitely many solution. Now we shall go with another problem. In this problem number 3 and 4, you can take it as homework. 3 is now row of A is not equal to row of A comma B. So the system is inconsistent and has no solution. No solution means we can complete the answer with that. And a fourth subdivision, we have only one equation will be there. So one equation means we have to apply two parameters for Z and Y. For Z we can apply it as t, and for y we can apply it as s. So s comma t belongs to r. So using this method we can do the subdivision 4. So s comma t belongs to r means the solution set has two parameter family of solutions. So now we are going to apply rank method. In problem number 2, find the value of k for which the equations, problem number 2, kx minus 2y plus z equal to 1. Next, x minus 2ky plus z equal to minus 2. Next, x minus 2y plus kz is equal to 1. For find the value of k for which the equation has no solution, unique solution, infinitely many solution. So for what value of k the system of equation has no solution, unique solution and infinitely many solution. So again the same method we are going to do rank method. So first matrix form. Ax is equal to b, that is k minus 2, 1, 1 minus 2k, don't leave the k values, 1, 1 minus 2k. X is variables x, y, z unknowns. Equal to B matrix is 1 minus 2, 1. Now we are going to write down the augmented matrix. Augmented matrix is nothing but A bar B. So let us write down the augmented matrix by this side. A bar B, that is A matrix followed by B matrix. So we are having K minus 2, 1, 1. Next line is 1 minus 2k, 1 minus 2. Next line 1 minus 2k, 1. So now first element is k, we need to change this k. So it is easier for us to go with row 3, because row 2 we can keep as it is. It will be very easier for you to subtract and find out the answer. So take 1 in the row 3 to row 1. So first operation is row 3 interchanges to row 1. So we are interchanging row 1 and row 3, that is 1 minus 2k, 1. Next second row as it is 1 minus 2k, 1 minus 2. Third row you have to write the first row, k minus 2, 1, 1. So let us make a bar here, and then now we are going to make two operations. First one is R2 changes to R2 minus R1. Simply we can subtract, so we will get 0. But for R3 here we are having k, here we are having 1. So we have to make this as k. So multiply R1 by k. So R3 changes to R3 minus k R1. So now we are going to apply these two operations, 1 minus 2 k 1. Okay. Next we have to subtract row 2 and row 1. 1 minus 1, it will become as 0, minus 2k plus 2. So 2 minus 2k. 2 minus 2k, and then 1 minus k. Next minus 2 minus 1, it is minus 3. Next we have to multiply row 1 by k and then subtract from row 3. So k minus k, it will become as 0, minus 2 plus 2k. So 2k minus 2. Next 1 minus k, 1 minus k square, because we have to multiply with k here. So 1 minus k square and then 1 minus k last. Again we have to make this place as 0. So simply we can add these two, because minus 2k here and plus 2k here, 2 here and minus 2 here. So when we are adding row 2 and row 3, we will get this place as 0. So the next step we are going to add. So next step, we are going to add this. Row 3 changes to row 3 plus row 2. First row as it is 1 minus 2 k 1. Second row as it is 2 0 2 minus 2k 1 minus k minus 3. Third row we are going to add with row 2. 0 plus 0 it will become as 0, and then 2k minus 2k 0 minus 2 plus 2 it will become as 0. So it will become as 0, and here we have to do very minutely, that is we are going to add this 2. I will add here 1 minus k plus 1 minus k square. So what we are getting here? Minus k square minus k plus 2. So we have to factorize this to get the value of k. So when we want to factorize this, we have to take minus outside. So minus of k square plus k minus 2. So now we need to factorize this. We can factorize easily, that is k plus 2 into k minus 1. This is the factorization, and we can take minus sign inside here. So it will become as k plus 2 into 1 minus k. So after doing this in the rough column, you can take this to this place. So here we are going to write k plus 2 into 1 minus k. Okay, so do all this in the rough column and bring the answer here. Now the last one is 1 minus k r3 plus r2. So 1 minus 3, it is minus 2 minus k. So minus can be taken outside, minus of k plus 2. So now the last echelon form, it is in last matrix is in echelon form, and the rank of A comma B is 3. Now we are going to discuss about the solution. First one, we are asked about no solution. So for what values of k we will get no solution? No solution, for the condition for no solution is rank of A is not equal to rank of A bar B. So we have to check for this place. This place should become as 0, and this place should not be become as 0. So k is not equal to minus 2 and k is equal to 1. If k is equal to 1, this place will become as 0, and k is not equal to minus 2, this place will not become as 0. So no solution when k is equal to 1 and k is not equal to minus 2. So rank k is equal to 1 means rank of A will be equal to 2. K is not equal to minus 2 means rank of A bar B equal to 3. Therefore, rank of A is not equal to rank of A bar B. Hence, the system is inconsistent no solution when k equal to 1 and k is not equal to minus 2. So be clear for the condition no solution means the condition must be row of A is not equal to row of A bar B. So we have to make a row of A as 2 and row of A bar B as 3. So to making row of A as 2, we have to take this place and make it as 0. So making this place as 0, it will become as k minus 1 equal to 0. So k is equal to 1. So k is not equal to minus 2. This place will not become as 0. So row of A bar B equal to 3. Next we are going to discuss the solution for unique. Second one is unique solution. Unique solution means both the rank should be equal and it must be equal to 3. So unique solution when k not equal to 1 and k not equal to minus 2. So k not equal to 1 means row of A, third column, third row, that place will not be equal to 0. Similarly, the last element of the row of A bar B is also not equal to 0. So we can write row of A is equal to row of A bar B is equal to 3, that is number of unknowns. Therefore, system is consistent and has unique solution when k is not equal to 1 and k is not equal to minus 2. Now we are going to discuss the solution for third one, infinitely many solutions. So infinitely many solution means we know that a row of A is equal to row of A bar B must be lesser than number of unknowns. So both the places of k minus 1 and k plus 2 must be equal to 0. Then only the last column will be the 0 row. So if it is a 0 row, we can say that the rank of A is equal to rank of A bar B equal to 2. So we can take the condition when k is equal to minus 2, because in the last two places we are having k plus 2. It is enough to write k is equal to minus 2. Both the places are becoming as 0. Therefore, rank of A is equal to rank of A bar B is equal to 2 less than 3 number of unknowns. Therefore, the system is consistent and has infinitely many solution when k is equal to minus 2. So this is a way to check for the unknown to solve the system of equation, whether it has unique solution, no solution, or infinitely many solution. So similar to this, you are having another problem, finding the lambda and the mu. So with an example given in your book, you can do that problem as homework.